Yeah, no, it's been a while. Excuse me, I have my sinuses allergies are acting up real bad. It's June here in New Hampshire, and I got over a bad cold, and plus I'm getting allergies. So it's really I was gonna wait and do this video maybe later, but next couple weeks gonna get real busy around here, so I wanted to get this done. I usually don't review a book until I have it completed, but again, I wanted to put this out there. There's a lot of actually, there's a few more than a few videos on this Bible. It's called the Modern English Version, and I just got a hold of this. I got a hold of this. I think it was very end of March. Started reading it in the beginning of April, and I'm pretty much it's now mid June 10th, June 11th, and I'm pretty much done. Almost done. I shouldn't say that. I'm going into John now, the Gospel of John, so I'll be done probably next week or so. So that's kind of the reason I wanted to jump on this video. And it's daytime. I took a day off because whatever. I'm home, so it's daylight and you can see in my house. But I want to make this video because I like to have a go-to Bible to use, to refer to for a lot of things. And I thought of it, and for a long time, my go-to Bible was the New King James Version. And what I mean by go-to Bible is Bible I could use to talk to anybody with. Like I could open it up and use it to talk to anybody with. Because the English was decent, so you could understand it, and it just had most of the things that you could understand it, and it was a decent. It had most of the things that I think it needed. But if you've looked at my a couple months ago, I did a Bible rubric or a qualifier, a skill set, not skill set, but a test more like, and to see how Bibles rank. And if you look at that, the only modern Bible that ranks over a 90%, according to that test I did, was this Bible right here. This is the only new Bible that's come out in the last 100 years that gets a score of 90 or above. That's because this is one of the only modern Bibles that I'm aware of that actually uses the Byzantine text or the majority text. I think they call it the Western text or the Syrian text as well, Antiochian text, whatever. So that was a real clincher for me to get a hold of one of these. And I must say, now that I've read pretty much, if you look through here, this is the beginning and this is the end. Pretty much all the way through it. And it was very easy to read, understand, and I checked it against the other Bibles and in various places, and it pretty much has everything it's supposed to have. And I was very impressed with it. And again, there's enough of these reviews about this Bible online. If you just type in MEV Bible review, you'll find a few, no problem. From when I run into, most people like them, except for the King James onlyists don't like anything. That's not a King James. But this right here, this Bible here is as close as you can get to a King James without being a King James, and it's more of a modern translation. So I think it's a really good job. This is the 2014 version. I got they're all imitation leather. I don't think they have any real leather ones out yet, but this is they're all the ones I ran into are all imitation leather. It's a very good quality imitation leather. Let me tell you, you feel it. It feels like leather. And it's a little thick because it's about 1.5 inches thick because I'm getting old and I need the giant print. I think it's giant, or is it large print? Hold on. Let me see. Well, large print. There we go. Oh, there we go. Large print. So, but it's nice. This is the binding edge. It's got a nice little design right here that goes all the way around it. It's a raised design. And the front, I think a lot of people, not a lot, but there's been some people that say this is not a really nice design. I think it is. I think it's nice and simple, you know. But the thing for me, what I like is I like the size 9x6. It's leather. It's soft leather, so you open it up and it lays flat. Oh, there we go. Okay. I pick it back here. You can see it better. There we go. Okay, it lays flat even in the beginning. You know, nicely pretty flat. But also the kicker for me is indexes. I like indexing. I always like Bibles with indexes. I guess you call them index tabs, whatever. For one thing, it's nice to be able to flip through quickly because people end up putting tabs in their Bible anyway. But the other thing is I just think it looks cool. I don't know. I think all dictionaries should have that, and I think all Bibles should have that. It's just the way I am. I just think it looks better. So the size is nice. It's a little thick, but it's not too bad. It's an inch and a half, like I said. You can easily carry it around. Um, but the readability is the best Bible. This is actually the best Bible I've ever read. As far as I mean, you could use some dynamic equivalence Bibles, and that like I haven't read the ESV yet because I don't think I ever will. I've pondered through it and read certain parts of it, but I'll never sit down and read the ESV because I think it's garbage. But certain ones like that, or there's a couple different ones. The Way, I read The Way back in the 70s. That was a really dynamic equivalence Bible, so it read like a story, and actually it read very nice. But dynamic equivalence Bibles, you got to be careful about the translation and everything. So this is still a formal equivalence Bible, but it reads very, very nice. And like I said, I've been able to read it to the point where it doesn't tire me out to read it. There's not a lot. You don't have to sit there and figure out things while you're reading it. And it's a joy to read. I got to say, it is. It really is a joy to read. My wife gives me not a really hard time, but she's like, "Oh, you're reading that again?" I'll just be sitting somewhere on the porch or something, and I'll whip it out and read it for a while. And it's just I enjoy reading it. So I've gone through it pretty quickly, actually. If you think about it, it's only been not even 2.5 months, and I've read pretty much all of it, and maintain a regular life and a full-time job. So I'm not going to show you a lot of things in this Bible. There's already videos that do that, but my reason for talking about it is it's a majority text Bible, which hasn't been published in a couple hundred years at least, probably more than that. At least that's available to the public, widely available to the public. This cost me $25 with shipping and everything, so it's a great deal. It's a good size. I could take it to church with me, no problem. It reads really well. It's easy to understand. The paper and everything. I got the large print. The large print is nice. There's no real bleed through. Again, I don't need to show you because there's other videos that do a better job of it than mine will. I just wanted to say, because I do a lot of Bible videos, I wanted to say this is my new go-to Bible for dealing with the general public or dealing with people I discuss things with. I do have other Bibles I use for personal devotion or study, like I use my Orthodox New Testament more for when I really want to know the right word, I'll use that. In my opinion, that's the best Bible. Or I might use the Confraternity New Testament. I like that as well. The Dewey Rames Chandler revision is good, but usually the problem with that Bible, it's got a lot of Latin in it, so it's really hard to read a lot. This is the go-to guy right here. So if you can get a hold of an MEV, there's a dedication in the beginning of it to Queen Elizabeth II, and it reads very similar to the one that the King James Version has. And they use 42 translators, just like the King James Version. So I think they were wanting to call this the Queen Elizabeth version. I'm thinking that's what they wanted to do, but it didn't work out that way. They gave her a copy, but she wasn't available to get it. So she probably didn't think much of it for whatever reason. I mentioned this was a 2014 publication. They're coming out with a new one, I think, this year or next year, 2018, 2019, an update. And I believe that update is just for grammar, spelling errors that they found. There's only one error that I'm aware of, and somebody else on one of these other videos pointed it out. It's in, oh God, now I'm going to screw it up. Is it Hebrews chapter 58? No, there's no Hebrews 58. I'm sorry. Or is it Ezekiel? I'm sorry. It is Hebrews. Might be Hebrews. I'm sorry. At least there's tabs here. I can find it easy. I don't think there is a Hebrews. No, there isn't. Oh, my Lord. Okay, it's not Isaiah. Well, maybe it is Isaiah. Hold on. Maybe it is Isaiah. Bear with me. Almost there. I'm flipping back and forth. 56. I don't think it's 58 either. Yeah, it is. Huh. Isaiah 58. There's an error in the translation. It says, "The glory of the Lord shall be your reward." And actually, it's supposed to be, "The glory of the Lord shall be your rear guard." And it says rear guard everywhere else in here, just like the King James does. But on this one verse, they put reward. And that looks like a grammar error. So what I did, because that's the only real error in the book, I went ahead. Yeah, you can see it. I made the adjustment myself. So I can live with that. So I corrected that, and it's fine. Because you don't want it to say reward, because it's not a reward. So that's the only error that I didn't find that. Somebody else found it. And if you look on the better MEV reviews, what I mean by better is some that go into the book. I didn't go into it. My thought for this was to show you or to tell you that, I have found the Bible that I'm going to refer to now for most things that I interact with other people with. So if I want to quote scripture to somebody else, I'll usually go start using this Bible. I just find that it's much easier to understand, and it still gets a point across, and it has all the things it needs to have. It has 1 John 5:7. It has Acts 8:37. It has blood in Colossians 1:14. All that stuff. So all that is there. So it has Lucifer, that kind of stuff. Virgin, all that. So I'm going to stop rambling, but I wanted to just say that if you're looking for a Bible to read that you can understand, and you're confident has the correct Word of God in it, instead of these newer versions that take from other texts, the MEV, Modern English Version by Passio Publishers. You can find them on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, whatever. They're Walmart. I think Walmart has them. And I got mine for $25. It's personal size. I love it. I really do like it. Carries well. Little on the heavy side, thick, a little bit. Not too bad. It has everything in it you need. I wish they had a Catholic version, so it had the extra books. But, I can live with that. So, again, I just want to say it's really done. It really looks, the video's probably not capturing it very well, but it has the rose gold edging on it, and it has a red marker on it. And I'm going to stop rambling, but if you can pick one of these up for $25, it's a really good Bible to have, and I think you can trust it. So, thanks for watching.